Hello everyone and welcome to Era Military Collectibles. Sorry we're on time for 7 o'clock. Sorry we missed the live stream on Friday. Work commitments and stuff, I had to move it to today. I did promise you a video on the Australian pattern camouflage stuff. I have it done. I need to get new memory cards. For some reason I have one particular memory card and it keeps corrupting every time I try to put stuff on it. I shouldn't really use that memory card, but it happens. So I will have a video up tonight after this live stream, and there will be one video up on Monday, which is tomorrow, Tuesday, and possibly again on Wednesday, just to try and catch up on everything. So how has everyone been? I hope you've gotten past the storm. It's actually worse here today than it was yesterday. So hopefully the lights will stay on. They flickered there a while ago. And hopefully my internet connection is good. Give me a thumbs up, guys, if the sound is good. I have been experimenting with it again. I'm very happy with the picture, but the sound quality leaves a bit to be desired. I think I might have to get an external mic or something like that. We are waiting for the fella again. No, I'm here. Hi, Kenny. You get you this week. Early birthday. As from Kenny, he is putting the kettle on again for a cup of tea. No, I actually have a Canada Dry ginger ale ready to go. There are other cans of ginger ale out there. I just happen to have this one. I do my life is what for him. I'll do my life is what is wait for him. Hello, Dave. How are you? Present for the show, Ralph. Hello, how are you, Dave? Hi, guys. Kenny sounds good. Perfect. My MRT, which is my Swedish buddy. Good evening from Sweden. Always fun to be here, Dave. Ralph, sound okay. Perfect. So I have been doing some experimenting with the sound. I must text Andy to see if he's about. I did get a message from Stan saying that he can't come on because he's working tomorrow. So that's fair enough. So we'll see who else pops in. So I hope you've all been good anyway. We'll see how long people want to stay on for, and we'll see what happens. So a good source of sugar. Yes, I did go experimenting during the week. Ginger ale, Jameson whiskey. There are other whiskies out there, but I prefer Jameson. Jameson whiskey, ginger ale, and a bit of lemon. Is it lemon or lime? Sorry, lime. Just squeeze in the lime. It's quite nice, quite refreshing. Problem is, it's too easy to drink it. So you know what happens when that happens. But yeah, I don't normally drink that much. Alcohol anyway. Only on special occasions. But thankfully, I drank this one. So, where are we in the world of collecting? Brexit is kicking my bottom at the minute. I'm waiting on SOF stuff. It was supposed to have been here over a week ago, according to the tracking number. It still has not arrived. I'm waiting on a 60 pattern 60 pattern DPM cover to do a helmet from the Falklands era. Still waiting on that. It still hasn't arrived. When Steve from Living History UK sent me the ration pack, it nearly took me a month for it to come. So yeah, the old Brexit and postal service at the minute is kicking my bottom. Drinking red wine tonight. I must be getting old. I had it too much Picardy last night. Oh, okay. Pear cider though. When I was in Sweden, I was in Stockholm, a place called Stocksugargården, and they had a pear cider, and it was fantastic. But if you drank too much of it, it would have upset your stomach, if you know what I mean. So yeah. So if any of you go to Sweden, go to go and get this pear cider. Can't remember the name of it. But yeah, Sweden's a lovely place actually. I've been to Sweden a few times. Skansen, which is in Stockholm, is like it's like a zoo, but they have a Viking area, and it's like a folk park. Skansen, it's called. Nice place to go. I was there two or twice. I would do 3 times I was in Sweden. I went to Skansen every time. Skansen, as they call it. Skansen. And the Royal Palace, underneath the Royal Palace, there's a big armory museum in Stockholm as well. Drink is expensive, guys. Food and things like that are certain parts. It depends. If you stay at the touristy spots, it can be expensive. If you go down side streets and stuff like that, it gets a bit cheaper. But yeah, go to Sweden. Nice spot. There's my bit done for the Swedish Tourism Board. So whiskey, ginger ale, and a piece of lime is a nice cocktail. Yeah, it is. It is. It's quite nice actually. Best drink is Grand Marie. No. See, in Ireland, we'll get back to the military speak in a minute. But in Ireland, you have two different camps. You have yuppies that drink your draft beers and all this type of stuff, and then you have the hardcore lads, whereas they'll drink Guinness, and when they're full of Guinness, then they start into the whiskies, the Jamesons and Powers and things like that. I saw the Rolling Stones in '66 Lady Jane video clip with Kate Richards was wearing a German footwear tunic from World War II. Didn't know that. No, actually, I must look up. There's the Beatles as well. Isn't there one of the Beatles famous for wearing? I know John Lennon, after he left the Beatles, was famous for wearing a Vietnam fatigue jacket, and I think it was one of their videos. Was it them or the Monkees? I think it was the Beatles. They had guards, red tunics on for one of their videos. Camo and British helmet with a Hessian sack for the cover, such with brown and black boot polish, fit issue net, and add scrim. 80s era camo style. Yeah, exactly. The thing is, I was trying to do. I do have. I'm going to. It's slightly later because of the chin strap, but it's a post-war one. But I was going to try and make it do it to the Falklands spec, because people have been emailing me and messaging me and stuff. Would I not do a Falklands anniversary impression, and do like one of the videos that I did for like the Vietnam video of the Australian infantryman and the Irish soldier on the border were asking me if I do that type of a style of a video. So that's what I'm trying to get it done for. With the because I collect that banner stuff, the stuff is very similar. So I could do a Falklands impression. Where have we gone? Yeah, John Lennon had taste. Yes, John Lennon did have taste. Do you know good places to look for 20th century military in Dublin? If you want to email me, because I don't want to give lads' names over the internet, because one, I don't have their permission. Two, YouTube could give out to me for saying that I was sponsored, that I was advertising stuff. So on all my videos, there is a email on the top of the video description. Bang off an email to that. I have no problem in answering questions there, and I will give you guys that I know that deal in that type of stuff in Ireland and in the UK, but I can't say it over YouTube. Sorry if that doesn't answer your question, but that's the best I can do. Except in women, her voice was shocking. Oh, Yoko Ono. Yeah. Rumour has it that Kurt Russell crashed Herman Goring's Mercedes. Will do, thank you, perfect. I don't know. Stan actually came out with a very interesting video today. He got. He told me it before, and I'd actually forgotten the story. That he was in Krakow, in Poland, and he went to an aviation museum. Try that again. He went to an aviation museum, and they have Hermann Goring's private collection that he had of First World War aircraft that he flew and collected. They're missing the wings apparently because they were in shipping containers and stuff when they were found. So that's how they are kept now. I mean, they were kept in Poland. They ended up somehow in Poland when they were trying to retreat or trying to stay away from the Russians, and the Polish kept them and put them into storage museum or aviation museum, storage museum. So yeah, so that's what the idea behind this was, and I actually got out my DMS boots. They're actually brand new, in my size. And if any of you have ever worn DMS boots or know anything about DMS boots, they are an absolute bugger to break in. So that's what I had planned on doing, was I was going to wear these around the house for a few hours this evening and do it for a few hours every day until I try and get them soft and dub them and try and make them supple. But my laces that I have for them are too short, so I need to get proper boot laces. So yeah, so that's the DMS boot compared to the ammo boot that you would see during the Second World War. Obviously, DMS boots had hobnails. So this was the boot that came out mid 50s, I suppose, and was worn all the way up until the 80s. Until they came up with this boot, which you can get away with because some guys had private purchase type boots. In the Falklands, you would be surprised. You'll see every type of boot. You will see civilian hiking boots. You will see German Bundeswehr para boots, because an awful lot of them had been in Germany or had served in Germany, and they were a better boot than the DMS boots they had for being on the field. You see an awful lot of the guys with black American Cochrane boots. And you see that this was the later boot that came out after the Falklands, and it's called Boot Combat High. There is two different variants of this. This is the first variant because you can tell that by the seam. The second variant, this used to give guys problems with their Achilles tendon. The seam here at the back because it makes it rigid. Now I have these broke in and I do wear them occasionally. I wore them as a substitute for the Vietnam video because I don't have Vietnam era. Well, I do, but not in my size. Vietnam era jungle boots or general purpose boots as they call them. So these were worn as a substitute. But the Mark 1 has this straight seam, and then the Mark 2 has a seam that comes from here up. I do actually have a pair of them behind me. Grab a hold of one of them quickly. Yeah. No, that's a Mark 1. Oh. I thought I had a pair behind me. I don't actually. No, they're a Mark 1 pair as well. You can actually tell the dates of them too by the soles. What's that one? 264. So it's probably an 8 or a 9 maybe. Oh. So yeah, so there's a useless piece of history. You do see them wearing German mountaineering boots as well, especially the commandos, the lads that had done Arctic warfare training. You see them wearing mountaineering boots, German mountaineering boots, civilian-owned mountaineering boots. Keith Richards can't be killed with controversial conventional weapons. Fact. Shredded wheat mined the black rubber marks on the floor. Oh yeah, they do leave awful black marks. And I believe what you're talking about is shredded wheat. Is it the insole? This thing, a lot of guys have been recommending to take this out, which I did in my other ones. I put in private soles, but it comes with these insoles, and apparently these things rip your feet apart. The other DMS pair of boots that I had, that I used to use, I had private civilian insoles in them. I never actually used these ones, but people have been recommending to get rid of these, that they are very bad for your feet. So we'll see. Living History UK, hello, how are you? Welcome to the fun. We're just talking about DMS boots at the minute. I don't know what brought. Oh yeah. What brought up that was the people have been asking me to do an impression for the Falklands, seeing as it's the anniversary. I could do 2 regiments in it. Yeah, I suppose I could do 2 regiments in it. I can do the Paras, or I can do the Royal Marine Commandos. And there will be a couple of caveats in it because I don't have 100% Falklands kit. But I don't have 100% Falklands kit. But I will tell you what I don't have. I do have all 68 pattern stuff. But if there will be 1 or 2 minor little issues if I do decide to do it that way. Sorry, this thing is going mad again. Let's see what's going on. Really rude, people. Do you not realize I'm on the live stream? No. I got some insoles from Hiking Shop. Yeah, they're easy. It's easy enough getting insoles. So I will end up putting a pair of my own insoles into them for that impression, and I'm going to try and start breaking them in. So, because I probably will be wearing them in England for the Living History UK Festival. If any of you want to go to it, if any of my followers are there from England, it is the 9th and 10th of April in Chiltern Open Air Museum. I will be there. I will be there in working dress from around 84, which will be my impression. I'm not really going to have much kit with me. I'll just probably have working dress kit that I can go around and help the lads with, because that's what I promised them. I will be trying to do a small bit of filming. I don't know how much I'll fit in, again, because I'm helping the lads out, but I will get a small bit in anyway, and I'll try and get a snapshot of each of the groups, and just give you a go and see how it goes. So that's on April 9th and 10th in Chiltern Open Air Museum in England. I have been invited to another one in August in York, so I will try and see if I can get to that one as well. And if any of you are in Ireland and there's a show coming up, please invite me, because then I don't have to go to England. It's going to be a great event, and can't wait to see you, John. Also, the posters and banners arrived today for the festival, just working on the trailer video for it. Oh, perfect. So guys, if you don't know who Living History UK is, there, that's Steve Davis. Go check him out on TikTok, YouTube, Patreon, Facebook, Instagram. He's very multicultural type of guy, and gets on all the forums and the stuff with the buttons and things. I manage YouTube. That's about all I can figure out, and I'll leave him to the rest of it. There's some bloke on eBay in the UK offering a 3D print kit of a World War II German MP40 full size for 50 quid. Buy now. Item number looks not at all bad. Hello, Military Collectibles. I must go right. Give me a pyro. I've no pyro. Can somebody write down that number and email me that number later, or text it to me or something? I do have a pyro, but I don't know if it works. Oh, I do. Perfect. No, 1 1 5 2 5 8 6 6 3 9 2 6. Right, I'll have a look at that now. CJ, when we get on. Many of you don't know who CJ is there, lads. you'd want to go lift your head out of the clouds, CJ has a perfect. Thanks, Steve. CJ or Military Collectibles has a fine big channel there as well. Simon does pop in and out as well every now and again. He has another YouTube channel. Steel Helmet Stan, when he pops in and out, he has a YouTube channel. Please go follow each other, check each other out, collaborate with each other as much as possible. It's a small community, and the better we can make it, and the more knowledge we have there in the upper tier guys. Well, I won't say upper tier. Everyone has to start somewhere, but the more we can help each other is the more we can help the new collector or the new living historian, the new reenactor, whatever you want to call them, into the hobbies, and see how we get on from there. 14th and 15th of May, mill truck events in Overloon in Netherlands, also a big military affair. Lads, I'm going to have enough trouble trying to get away to England for twice this year. Never mind get to Netherlands. Although next year I do plan on doing a French trip. Whether that means going to England and meeting up with a few of the boys in the UK, and then going off into using the Eurotunnel or whatever to get to France, and doing some of the battlefields, maybe do Normandy, some First World War sites and stuff like that. Is there a Facebook page for the show? Living History. Yeah, Living History UK, I believe it's called, is his Facebook page. I'm not sure. Rifle Green, hello, evening. I hope you're keeping safe. Rifle Green is another very good follower of the channel. I've contacted him a few times over email, and he's contacted me a few times over email. We hope to be doing some projects in the future in relation to hot banner stuff, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, so talking about military stuff. So people have been asking me to do a Falklands impression. I will get it done. I will get it done. Work schedules and stuff now, and everything's catching up on me. So I need to try and get it done. I did promise you last week that I will do the new Australian camouflage, which is like a multicam type stamp camouflage. I have the video done, but one of my memory cards is corrupted, and I forgot, or stupidly forgot. So whenever I try and take something off of the files, are completely corrupted. So I need to get a new memory card. I do have a multiple amount of memory cards, but whenever I use that one, there's a problem with it. So I will fix that. So that will be coming up tomorrow. Depending on when I get off of this, I will try and get a video up tonight. But there will be a video coming up from on Monday, which is tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday. There will be 3 videos to try and catch up on everything. We will be back to the live streams as normal next Friday at 8 o'clock. And we'll carry on from there. If there's an issue with the live stream, I will always advertise it that it's moved to the Sunday. A lot of people, because it's Sunday and they're back to work on Monday, seem to like it on the earlier time, so that's why we picked 7 o'clock tonight. So there we go. Rant over. So have any of ye any questions about Era Military Collectibles or anything else that's happening? My phone is vibrating like mad. I really need to turn this off when I'm on live stream. I had a very interesting today where I work. One of the areas I work, the roof came off of it. So that was lots of fun with the storm. It's actually worse today than it was yesterday, here where I am anyway. So new items into the collection. I have been looking at some new items. I have tried to calm down a bit on buying stuff after Christmas, but I will try and get stuff again, new items into the collection. I have been doing a bit of wheeling and dealing and swapping. As I said earlier on, Brexit is absolutely kicking my buttocks because I've been waiting on the stuff from SOF. No fault to SOF. Genuinely, I've been onto them. They've done nothing but email me, contact me, and whatever. They're trying to figure it out themselves. But Brexit is killing me because I'm waiting on 3 separate packages. 2 anyway, definite separate packages to come from the UK, and they're absolutely killing me. Sunday the 19th of June 2022, the Gloucestershire Military Fair, Marks T Valley Hall, London, Old London Road, Colchester. I will eventually. I will try and get to shows in the UK. I'm definitely going to the Living History UK Festival. I've already promised the lads I will go there. I've been asked to another show in York in August that I will try and make. They will possibly be my 2 overseas trips for this year. And I'll try and get in a few shows in the Republic or even in the North if guys want to invite me or ask me to go and just do a video. Even if they don't want me to wear kit, that's fine. Just go, give them a bit of publicity, do a video on them, stuff like that. That's perfectly fine. Also, no, my throat is dry, so I need to drink some. So we've been talking for 25 minutes pretty much about absolutely nothing. I did actually today was doing some research on the Falklands, and because people have been asking me to do this video, I tried to do research and tried to learn stuff about it. I know Rifleman Moore is probably going down the same road as me, so I'll try not to step on you. I try not to step on other guys' toes. If I know a guy is doing a video, coming up with a video, or he's planning a video or whatever, I had the same idea, I'll wait till he's done, or I'll do mine, or we'll try and arrange it. If I know the guy, we'll try to arrange it. Because it does happen. I did a video before on the Pocket Phone 70, and I put it onto the thing, and Simon messaged me going, John, I just seen your video, it's fantastic. I actually had one coming up at the end of the week, and I felt so bad because Simon puts a lot of work into his stuff. I put work into my stuff, but Simon puts a lot of work into his stuff, and I just felt so bad. So I was like, do you want me to take it down and stuff? So I tried to, I won't tell guys what I'm putting up, but if like I subscribe to everyone probably there that has a YouTube channel. Excuse me, that's very gassy. But I subscribe to everyone there. Living History UK has a Patreon that I do subscribe to because I believe and I support what they're trying to do. Simon has a Patreon, and I pay to them. It's only a couple of quid. Either way, doesn't bother me. I believe in what the two guys are trying to do, so that's why I support them. I support them that way, as I subscribe to them and things like that. But that's just me. I'm not telling anyone that you need to go Patreon these guys or whatever. That's their thing, and I believe in what they do, so that's why I do it. I'm only explaining what I do. But I forgot where I've gone. I've lost my train of thought completely. But yeah, if I know Simon is doing a video for whatever because I've watched a video and he's mentioned that he will be doing a video. I try to wait till he has his one done, or I have my one. I might go a different way and then put my video a month down the road or whatever like that. Because it's not fair. Because if they put a lot of work into it and they put up a video, and I put up a video in a few days' time, I'm taking from their views. If you get me, people can still get the same information, because if you're watching this video at this moment in time, and if you're subscribed to me, and if you're interested in that type of stuff, that video will pop up on your feed a couple of months down the road. So it doesn't bother me. So there we go. I did have one thing that I wanted to show you actually today. If I can remember where I put it, because I was in a panic. Yes. Where did it go now? Just give me 2 seconds, guys. Give me 2 seconds. Chat away amongst yourselves. Now, I'm back. Rifle Green. Oh, it's the Falklands. So, Falklands, what I'm going to do is, I'm actually going to give it to you as a vote for tonight's live stream. Right? So you can put them up there, and I'll write them down or whatever. So you have two choices. You have the Paras, or you have the Royal Marine Commandos. They're the only two regiments that I have enough kit for that I could get away with doing an impression for. Not because they're the famous regiments of that ended up in the Falklands, but they're the ones that I have cap badges for pretty much. I do have Scots Guards, Welsh Guards, berets as well, but I could base my kit because I have a lot of kit that I could do for either one of those. But as a military historian, amateur military historian, living history enthusiast, reenactor, whatever you want to call it, books are important, and research is always important. So I was going through my books to see actually had I any books on the Falklands, and I don't, because I was looking up videos on YouTube. I looked up one on the paras in called Fixed Bayonets. It's actually on YouTube. Looked that up. I looked up a movie called Tumble Down about Lawrence. Oh, what was his second name? Lawrence. He was a guards officer. Ended up getting severe injuries. So I watched that. I don't know how much of accuracy you could take off of that. I have been trying to find the other movie called An Ungentlemanly Act. I can only find snippets of it on YouTube. Somebody told me that the full video is on YouTube, but I can't find it. I can only find snippets of it. And I've been watching other Falklands documentaries and stuff like that. So that's what I've been looking up. But I went looking to see had I any books on the Falklands. But I do have these. And these are actually military training manuals, right? I think I did a video on this one, and I'm not sure if I did a video on this one. But these are actually very, very good reference books, because this is what the guys were trained to do. Basic battle skills, right? And in the basic battle skills, you literally have everything from fieldcraft to camouflage to judging distance to camouflage in your face, right? So if you're starting off on the hobby of military collecting, reenacting, being a living historian, being a general historian, whatever you want to be, right? When it comes to knowledge, these books, you can pick them up for £5, euros. They're cheap and cheerful because there was thousands of them printed. You can pick these up. This will give you a basic understanding of what you need to present yourself look like if you're in the field. Because if I flick through this, excuse me. I'm trying to find a good one. So I look at this and I see this guy here carrying an SLR. So that just gives me an indication of the time frame that I'm looking at in this publication. Even if there's no date on it, right? He's actually telling you about weapon handling. It's all SLR related. See? It's all SLR related. Weapons handling. So therefore, we are talking from early 80s, 80, definitely 84, 85, all the way until the 50s when the SLR was changed around or taken into service. You can figure out the weapons handling of the S80. You can also, from these little pictures here, figure out what type of kit. So that's 58 pattern they're wearing with an SLR and what looks like a Mark IV helmet. Right? If I flip the page, right, that looks like a Mark IV pattern helmet to me. So therefore, a simple little book like that, if I know what I'm looking at, can give me a great bit of information. Now this one is Survive to Fight. This is about gas warfare, NBC, and all the horrible stuff. But if I do a quick look at the first page, they're still wearing Mark IV helmets. Right? So this was published in... when does it say this was published? So I can find a publishing date on it. Can't find publishing date on it. But just by 1983. So just prior. See it there? Yeah. So just prior to the Mark 6 is coming in. So if you want to do from 83 forward or 83 back, you know they were still wearing Mark 4 helmets. So these little cheap little books, little training manuals are very easy to come by, and you can get information out of them. You can get a lot of information out of them. Great reference material. A bottle avoided is a bottle won, or a battle avoided is a battle won. But if there is no other way to destroy him, that's actually good. I remember that quote now. Oops. Oops, a hail from Brazil. Hello, how are you from Brazil? Now, Steve Davis, if he's still around the place on Living History UK, does a fantastic thing. He has a collection of World War II pamphlets, training pamphlets. And again, I'm not telling people they need to do it. The boys don't sponsor me, the boys don't ask me to do it, but it's a fantastic service that they have. On their Patreon, they have digitized all the training pamphlets and they've released one a month or something like that. And again, they're free. These guys are giving them for well, not giving them for free, but they're putting in work and effort into digitizing all these pamphlets, and they're there for people in the future to get information. And that's what it's about. It's about information. It's about, no one knows. I won't say that I know everything about military history. I don't. I won't say I know everything about Off Banner. I don't. Falklands. I don't. The areas of my interest, I don't know everything about them. But military history UK could put up a video and go, oh yeah, I didn't know that. That's a piece of information. Military Collectibles might put up a video and go, I have learned the stuff that I've learned of Military Collectibles. Simon Moore, Living History UK, Steel Helmet Stan, Andrew, Jim Timber, those guys. I've learned information about them. Jim Timber, I was looking at his channel the other day, did a pattern. Now, I thought I knew about 60 pattern, 68 pattern, 84 pattern, and then later on the Soldier 95 stuff. I thought I knew everything. I thought I had a good knowledge of those different uniforms. I watched a video on Jim Timber's video there the other day, and I went, Jesus, I didn't know that. Something that he said that he had on his video. And when I went looking at it, going, maybe he was wrong. Maybe I just didn't know that information. But I went looking at it, seeing what he said, then went looking for more research on it, found the research, and went, he was right. And it wasn't that I didn't know the information, it was just a piece of information that I would never have thought of looking up about a certain item that he had. It was about 68 pattern, actually, or sorry, about 60 pattern DPM camouflage. Because you had the old green DPM pattern camouflage, and then you had the 68 pattern camouflage. And I never noticed on the DPM 60 pattern camouflage, they have the same pocket on the left hand side. Some people call it a pen pocket, as the green one does. But my 60 pattern, I had never noticed that. My 60 pattern DPM, but I had never noticed that. But Jim pointed that out, so I went, oh yeah, he's right. Look for your paperwork if it is good. Era garb about how stuff was done at the time, so techniques change. As techniques change, exactly. Techniques do change. Like, good evening, hello, Dave. How are you? Yes, in the interior of Santa. Ralph was throwing facts at somebody there, but so yeah, I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, so like things change. When I went into the army in '98, by the time I left, you're constantly training. Things change, maneuvers change, SOPs change, contact drills change. But those training manuals and those information pamphlets give you a snippet of information that you need to know at each indication. Darren Gilbert. Hello from North Carolina, USA. Hello, how are you? Welcome to Era Military Collectibles. We are a historical military channel, I suppose, if that's what you want to call it. We do these live streams. They're normally on a Friday night. Today we happen to move them to a Sunday. And we just have a laugh and a joke and a bit of crack. So guys, I've waffled for 40 minutes about stuff. It is time for you, the subscriber, because that's what this channel is related around, to give me information or questions about my collection, about videos you've seen, or about things that you would like to see me do in the future, and I'll answer them, because my throat is dry from talking to you. Oh, excuse me. So while you're thinking of your questions, give me an answer as well on which ye would like me to see do more. Would you like me to see do the para impression from the Falklands or the Royal Marine Commando? I do have the GS para backpack that you do see the Commando is wearing, so I could use that. I have 58 pattern webbing. I have 68 pattern pants and a jacket, DMS boots, things like that. Excuse me, pardon me. Wartime era soldiers of the British Army didn't do the low port thing. The Germans did that. Yeah. What do you mean by the low port? I'll just grab my Yoki that's here. YouTube, this is deactivated. It is a Denex copy. It is as much good as a paperweight. It is not a proper pew-pew. Right. So what he means by the high port is when you see guys walking in the high port, it is the rifle pointed up. Low port is pointed down. British doctrine for a lot of the Second World War was carried at the high port, which was like this. The Germans, which means by the low port, is they carry it like that. Alright? So, there we go. So, we'll just recap that. That is high port. That is low port. It is a patrolling method. This, when you don't have your finger on the pew-pew lever, is known as trigger discipline. You never put this, your booger picker, in here unless you plan on doing this. Alright? Remember that. Even with a non-authentic or a copy or a movie prop or whatever you have, this does not go in there unless you want to squeeze. Right? How did I get a deactivated Lee Enfield in Ireland? This is Denex. It's not deactivated. This is Denex. I redid the stock. There is a gentleman in Dublin that is a Denex dealer that you can buy stuff off. I redid the stock on this to make it look more authentic, because if any of you know the Denex stuff, it comes in nearly a really red timber. Is the crown of World War II British para badge bigger than today's British paratrooper badge? I don't think so. I think the badges are the same. The difference is the Queen's crown and the King's crown. I don't have anything handy that I can show you a Queen's crown or a King's crown. But this is a Queen's crown. See the way the Queen's crown? You have these little dimples up here. Well, in a King's crown, that's completely round. From here to there is round, and from there to there is round. There's no actual dimple. The King's crown this is the Tudor crown, I think. And the King's crown has a different one, or it could be the other way around. The King's one is the Tudor one, and I need to double check it. I don't have anything with a King's crown on it there handy. Coke bottle to the floor. Get up there a second. Yeah, the butt would have been under your shoulder. So, yeah. If I was standing up, it's easier to do it. High port, low port. Barrel points up, it's high port. Barrel points down, low port. Easy way to remember it. Name the shop. Name of a shop by any chance ready to send pay packet. I will not tell guy. I don't have guys' permission over the internet on live streams to give their details. I'm not sponsored because YouTube would go mental if I started advertising stuff. So, as I said to another chap earlier on all my videos, at the top of the video description, there is an email that you can get contact with the channel. Send me an email there and I will answer questions and tell you what I need to do from there. Okay? Was taught that also in the US Army. Finger outside the trigger guard until it is ready to fire. Exactly. Yeah. Your booger picker, as it's called. So yeah, don't put that up your finger. Don't put that into the trigger unless you need a Queen's crown. Is a heart shaped. Yeah, exactly. Cheers. Yeah, no problem. No problem, guys. So, guys, which would you prefer me like to see do? While the questions are coming through, maybe you can think about it. Royal Marine Commandos or Paras for the Falklands. Put this back for a second. So it is up to you to decide which one you would like me to see do. And I will try. It will be done if you go back through my videos. You will see I did Australian soldier in Vietnam, and I did Irish soldier on the border. People are asking me will I do it in that style, so that's the way it will be done. You ever been to the Dragon's Man Museum? Were you ever a soldier? Paris, okay. Victorian Crown is the square. It's very square. Okay. So we've one vote for the Paris. Kenny wants to do the Paris. Kenny, how come no one shot you yet? Actually tonight. American Revolution reenactors, Royal Marine Commando. I didn't know I had so many American guys watching these live streams. Thanks, guys, for watching. I don't know what time it is in America now at the moment. So Paras, we have 2 for the Paras, 1 for the Royal Marine Commandos. We'll see what else comes through. Excuse me. Yes, I was a soldier, but never been to the Dragon Man's Museum, but seen his videos. He kept moving. Oh, Kenny keeps moving. The artillery fire isn't getting him tonight. Got myself a new scrim net for £5 the other day. A full truck net or a full scrim net for a helmet or something. So people are asking for. So we've 2 for the Paras, 1 for the Royal Marine Commandos. We'll see. You keep. We'll see what we have by the end of the video. Don't put a sling on your Denex SMLE. Pot metal slings will not handle being swung. Replace the Denex parts with original or repo Denex. SMLE will accept a genuine number 4. Mag, no problems. Oh, okay. I don't have a sling on it anyway because I knew there was a problem with. I thought it was actually the pins that the sling mounts were on were very weak and they would pop off. So yeah, I don't have a sling on it. I did foil this down, the bayonet lug, so we'll actually take a Lee Enfield bayonet now. Whereas before it wouldn't because it's like a slag and stuff. Not being unpolitically corrected, it's called slag for those of you that work with metal. It's like little bubbles and stuff where it's cast. You need to file them off and stuff for the fit to bayonet. So there you go. Are you ex 101st Airborne? Not every American veteran. Like it's the same. I get asked like, "Oh, were you in the Rangers?" No, I wasn't in the Rangers. For some reason, people get asked, "Were you in the army?" Oh yeah, I was. So I notice a lot with my American friends that are vets, and they're automatically, "Were you in the army?" Yeah. What were you? Oh, were you a paratrooper or were you Green Beret? I go, no, there's a lot. You have the 10th Mountain Division, you have Ironsides, you have 1st Cav, you have 3rd Division, you have the Indian Division, there's a lot more there than just the 101st Airborne guys, or the 82nd, even for that matter. Cut up a sandbag and slouch the brown and black boot polish to a camo. Yeah, I definitely will. Uh, Hopefully, I know it's not 100% correct, but there will be a caveat. I could get away with that helmet for the paras, but the paras then as well would wear their berets a lot because their helmets, believe it or not, during the Falklands were only designed to protect them during jumping. They were not actually ballistic material. Little useless piece of information for you again. You do even see guys with the steel Mark II World War II helmets. Um, they were using them up until 76, 77. So like they probably still had some of them in store. Some of the older guys would probably still have, they would have been their issued helmet. They wouldn't have gotten them changed around yet at that stage. So yeah, so you do see the steel Mark IIs as well being used. Para helmets from the Second World War in the Falklands. You see them being used in the 50s, 60s, all the way up until they got the ballistic para helmet, which is called the M. It's the M70. See, this is the thing. Para helmets are strange. There's no actual official designation from. Some people call them the M76. Some people call them the M79. Some people just call them para helmets. So it's a bit complicated. No, I was 30th Infantry Brigade. Sorry, not even Division, Brigade. So I don't know if you can hear the wind is absolutely howling outside, and it's actually rattling a window. So I'm going to need to take care of that. Hopefully my power stays on for the night. So guys, we've 10 more minutes left before 8 o'clock. So we have 2 votes for Paras, 1 vote for the Royal Marine Commandos. So you have 10 minutes to get your videos in, or your votes in. No, I was 30th Infantry Division, North Carolina National Guard. Ralph, are you Googling the poor man? Just leave him alone. He did his time. He served National Guard actually in the US, and the reserves. There is absolutely no difference. Bar, they have second jobs, but they still put in the time and the effort as the regular army guys. David, likewise. What's likewise, Dave? Oh yeah, for you mean for the para helmet? Yeah, I could do that too. Do it that way. Evening, out visiting family today. Just got in. Hello, Andrew. How are you? We'll stay a few minutes because you were just after getting here, and everything is hunky dory. If you do Royal Marines, you will need Dave. Shh! Don't talk about commandos like that. Bullets bounce off commandos. Yes, I was also on active duty. So there you go. So Andy, if you're just welcome to the party, people have been asking me to do a video like I did on the Australians in Vietnam and the Irish on the border about the Falklands. So we're deciding on whether we're going to do the commandos or whether we're going to do the paras, because they're the 2 groups that I have kit that I could get away with doing for the videos. Guys, actually, Andrew Johnson. If Andy, Andrew has a video or a YouTube channel as well. I think it's called Andrew Johnson. Very interesting stuff. He doesn't actually do much reenactment side of it. It's more of a family type vlog, nearly videos that he does. So if you do want to go watch Andy, he has a very interesting one about the Browning automatic pistol, the Denex, which was this rifle that I showed you. It's the same maker as those, but he has a very interesting video about the Denex pistol, Browning automatic pistol, also known as the BAP. How to make it more look authentic. I was watching it there the other day. Actually, it's a fantastic video. I must actually try it when I get one. I must try seeing how to do it. Jim Timber, hello, all the way from Poland. Old gag from the Falklands when landing in San Carlos. Yes. Um, if any of you do know any Falklands veterans, actually, if any of you do know any Falklands veterans, will you ring or not get them to email Simon Moore at Rifleman Moore, because he's actually looking to do interviews with Falklands veterans. So if any of my subscribers know any Falkland veterans, put them in the direction of Rifleman Moore so he can get this project that he wants to get done, because I think it is a fantastic project. It is a fantastic project, and he will get it sorted for you. So there you go, pretty much. Yeah. So as I said, he wants to get do these interviews for people that were in the conflict, so that they can be remembered and their stories can be remembered, which I think is a fantastic project. So send him or send your friends his direction so he can do it, please. Prince Andrew was a Falklands veteran. Yes, we won't mention Prince Andrew around the place at the minute, because he's not the very best of guys to be socialising with. Do you also have much march music from British Army bands? I don't actually have any march music from British Army bands. Denix High Power is rather good. From what I've seen of Andrew's video, it looks good. I have to have a card, membership card, for a history group or a living history society or a reenactment group or anything like that, which Andy thankfully is helping me out with, before I can order stuff from the UK. So if I get that sorted, and if I talk to the police here about getting them in, I hopefully will see if I can get them. No, I've mentioned that one. Timber's here, yeah. Ralph Prince, yeah. Well, yeah. I've answered Prince Andrew's thing. What is your favorite thing in my collection? Favorite thing in my collection? Personal thing will be my great grandfather's Bible. I've shown it a few times, that he carried with him during the First World War. My battery is low. 1 second. 2 seconds there, guys. We're having technical issues. I still have light, so I presume my power hasn't gone off. Aha, John. If you plug in the computer, it helps. Oh, there we go. Oh, we're back. So, hello, we're still here? Yes. So that was my great grandfather's Bible that he carried during the First World War, and I don't know, he was a professional soldier, so it could have been in other places with him. I know he was in India in 1902. I know he was in South Africa, but it was printed and published in, I don't know if you can make out the date just here over my fingernail, 1884. The focusing. Was when the Bible. So that would be my personal family connection part of my favorite part of my collection. In relation to general items, I have different eras or different pieces of my collection. I have different things. So my op banner collection would have to be my R.U. Seaman, because he's a complete impression. Very, very hard to get some of the stuff on him. So yeah, so he'd be my op banner type stuff. My Vietnam would be my America for the Australians anyway. I have a complete uniform for the Australians in Vietnam. I have the American helmet from Vietnam, would probably be the iconic piece of my Vietnam collection. My World War One collection would be my grandfather's crucifix that I've already showed you. World War Two. don't really have, and I do have two original, probably my favorite things, because they were what really sparked my interest again back into World War Two. I had always had an interest in World War Two stuff, but I let it lapse. And what sparked it again was I got General Service Munster Royal Ulster Rifles service cap, and I also got the side cap, and I also got their service cap. The same regiment, both original cap badges, both original uh, to those berets or those headdress, and to get the two the early pattern of the cap, and then the later pattern of the cap. It's very hard. So yeah, so they would be my iconic pieces from my World War Two collection. Andrew Johnson. Some of them were the patron saint of Scotland. Some of them were the patron saint of Scotland. I'm not sure what that means now. Where are we going? Oh, there's a lot of stuff. There's a load of questions I'm after missing there, guys. 1 second now. Yeah, Prince Andrew and the Falklands veteran. I'm not going to brush over that one. But it's favorite thing in my collection. I promise not to harm you, Kenny. Yeah, try not to shoot Kenny, guys. That's why he can't sweat. Yeah, because he's in the Falklands. Because he can't sweat anymore. Because he's got buns of steel. The 38 Webley makes a serviceable holster filler from Denex. I didn't know they did a 38 Webley. Actually, sorry, I did. I apologise. The SOF ones are actually Denex. Don't bend down. Jim, keep it clean. There could be kids around. I heard Andrew. Oh God. And he, oh Jesus, lads, poor old Prince Andrew's getting an awful bit today. And I'm the Irish one. I should be the one that should be slagging him, not ye. That's a very great item, yeah. But thank you very much, Darren. Andrew Johnson, some of Vincent Van Gogh is still alive in 1884. Was he? I don't know. That's interesting enough. It is a pity that he did honourable service in that conflict. He just had too much time in his hands. Oh God! And odd friends. Ralph and I am all ears. YouTube war movie tip first to fight. Okay, I'll look up that one in a while. Jake Brown, evening. Hello, Jake. Living History was in there a while ago. I don't know if he's still around. He's probably gone, but he was in around a while ago. St. Andrew has been celebrated in Scotland for over 1,000 years. That feast being held in his honour as far back as the year 180. 1080. Jim Timber 2-1 must also check off Jimmy Savile. Oh God. Was Jimmy Savile a commander? I didn't know Jimmy Savile was a commander. Right, guys, we've been on for an hour. Excuse me. I have to shoot off. We will be back to normal. OMG did the file of so we will reconvene at 8 o'clock next Friday. Usual time. As I said, there will be a video up tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So, guys, have a safe weekend. Have a good time, and enjoy yourselves. Stay safe with the storm, and stay away from the old COVID if it's still going around. And I hope to see you again soon.